My name is Reverend Dr. Wallace Bradley, and I'm the host of the Bradley Report. I'm also the president of United in Peace, Inc. This show is being brought to you by United in Peace, Inc. The director that helps me put this show together and help me find the issues for you, my viewing audience, is none other than the chairman of United Peace, Inc., and that's Dr. Terry Marsh Bradley. We got a very interesting show, and we're going to go through it. It's not going to be that much commentary because I want you to get the facts and the significance that the president has made it where he's trying to create a new civil war, is what the people in the community are saying. With the red states, National Guard, coming in with the National Guards that he federalized within Illinois, a blue state, and he's targeting blue states by bringing red state National Guards into the city. And you're going to see where what is happening. The Chicago police are being gassed. The police in Broadview is being gassed. The residents in the neighborhood being gassed. You're going to see where a pastor, homeless shelter, get attacked. You're going to see all this. And it's being done illegally. But without further ado, Sister Armani, let's go to work.
Rules now. Today, Broadview's mayor signed an executive order that allows demonstrations only from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day going forward. Mayor Christina Thompson says it's meant to balance free speech with resident safety after recent confrontations between protesters and federal agents.
On the south side of Chicago, I believe it was 75th and South Shore, if I'm not mistaken. The force that the president has in the city of Chicago saying they're trying to eradicate illegal migrants if they're criminals. And they went off into this housing development where the majority of the people there were African Americans. And they came into this community setting off noise bombs or whatever it is, with from what people are saying, with a Black Hawk helicopter where they come down the ropes. And the president has said it publicly that he wants to use the cities within the blue states where they got African-American mayors pretty much. When he had the meeting with the generals, saying he wanted them to be able to use our cities as training grounds. Let's get to the next one.
Rule of law. In the coming days and weeks, we may be pushed, if not forced, to take even more dramatic action if this administration continues to escalate and provoke our people. In closing, last night I spoke with the governor, and he informed me that the Trump administration is deploying Texas National Guard to our city. We will speak to our response later today. We'll do that with the governor as well as the attorney general. For now, let me just say that we are unequivocally going to continue to reject the military occupation of our city. The Trump administration must end the war on Chicago. The Trump administration must end this war against Americans. The Trump administration must end its attempt to dismantle our democracy. Right as we are making historic progress in reducing violence, the Trump administration is seeking to destabilize our city and provoke chaos.
What the mayor is saying and what the governor is saying, they all have home rule bodies and laws. And the president is coming in and people are saying he's doing these things because he likes to defect or deflect things from the Epstein files, and the guy that's supposed to be over the czar for the deportation or whatever it is. Come to find out, he got caught in a sting investigation where he took $50,000 from individuals, and then the Justice Department now and the FBI now decide that stop the investigation, that don't mean nothing. But what we as African Americans need to be paying attention to, especially those that's Black MAGA, they're in our communities that's doing this. All the Black mayors that's in the different cities, LA, Chicago, Broadview, are being attacked. The gas that they was putting out there in the community affected residents in that community. Police officers got gassed. How do you expect them to do their job when the forces that the president sending to our city and state is gassing law enforcement? And another thing, they got agent provocateurs that's in place to cause the ruckus and the noise. You may have people saying, arrest ICE. Then you're gonna hear somebody in the crowd say, shoot ICE. Then I get the president's right to say, we heard the crowd say shoot ICE. Only heard one person say it. And that person was probably sent by them. It's serious, folks. They taking our rights, they trying to erase African American history like it don't exist. Don't want to tell our kids about slavery like it don't exist. Next, they're going to be trying to convince Jewish people that the Holocaust never existed. Let's get to the next one, Sister Money.
Disposal to resist this power grab and get Noam's thugs the hell out of Chicago. Donald Trump's deranged depiction of Chicago as a hellhole, a war zone, and the worst and most dangerous city in the world was just complete BS. He clearly has decided to declare war on a great American city that has the lowest homicide rate in 60 years, in a state that has record employment and near record tourism. Without my permission and against my vigorous objections, the president has federalized 300 Illinois National Guard military troops and hundreds of National Guard members from Texas, and he has ordered them to activate for duty in Illinois. Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid, and I won't back down. The state of Illinois is going to use every lever at our disposal to resist this power grab and get Noam's thugs the hell out of Chicago. Donald Trump, Chicago as
You know, we see what's happening. We know that the powers that be can make us a criminal, snap of a finger. He's trying to push an insurrection law to try to justify the criminal activity that he's doing. He can come grab me because he don't want me to tell you the truth. But I got to say something, like everybody else is saying something. From Jimmy Kimmel, like to ABC, everybody is saying enough is enough. But this is what I want to show you. Because I want to say this before I bring the pastor on. Everybody pray to God. He's the only one that can rectify the evil that's in the land of America. Best and believe that, like he did, from what I've read and from what I've heard. The greatest battle to me in the Bible was God versus Pharaoh. Let's get on to the next one, Sister Monty.
From ICE and Customs and Borders Patrol stormed and raided our Bronzeville homeless shelter that the city of Chicago asked our CDC to manage. Their actions traumatized our residents, unsettled our neighbors, and shook the very staff who sacrificially served the 260 men and women who called this shelter home. Without warning, 7 to 8 unmarked vehicles arrived. More than 30, that's right, 30 armed agents leapt out unannounced and began chasing people, human beings, who were merely standing outside of their shelter, preparing to head to work. Now let me emphasize, 60% of our immigrant residents are employed and work every single day. This is actual footage from our security cameras showing you what this terrifying raid looked like, but no words can describe what this dehumanizing act felt like. Some had legal papers and were literally snatched from the streets. I saw it with my own eyes. When we handed one agent the official papers of a legal resident, the masked agent took the documents, shoved our handcuffed resident into an unmarked vehicle, and sped off. That helplessness, watching dignity stripped and lives shattered in seconds, is a trauma that no community should endure. And we must ask, is this activity a rehearsal for something darker? Perhaps even martial law. I get it. Some say they shouldn't be here illegally. Others feel frustration that migrants received resources while so many of our own unhoused and unemployed still struggle. I hear that. I understand that. But today, I'm not asking us to debate politics, partisanship, or even the valid tensions that exist. I'm asking us to consider this. What is the role of humanity in moments like this? As a faith leader, I choose to anchor myself with what Micah chapter 6 verse 8 declares. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. This is not about political sides. This is about moral responsibility. Many in our city feel helpless, unsure what to do. Let me be clear. We must continue to serve. We must continue to house, clothe, and feed the more than 260 residents entrusted to us, no matter what. But let me be honest, this crisis has made the work even harder. Some of our residents who were working will now lose their jobs out of fear for being seized on their way to or from work. Serving this many residents already has our budgets stretched to the breaking point. If you believe in justice, if you believe in mercy, I invite you to stand with us to help provide shelter, clothing, and daily meals. Your partnership will ensure that this vital work not only continues, but grows stronger. Finally, I must extend deep gratitude to the political leaders, city leaders, faith and community leaders, and all who immediately called, showed up in person, and asked how they could assist. Your solidarity truly does matter. Let us remember what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said to all of us. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Today, I reaffirm my commitment. We will not be silent. We will not shrink back. We will not stop serving. Justice, mercy, and love demands nothing less. Please share this with others, and we solicit your prayers and your support during this very dark time.
Be the glory. This is what I'm saying. Was quiet as Hitler was doing what he was doing, because the alt-right in Germany used the Jewish people like Trump is using the illegal immigrants as a target for everything that is wrong. And they sat back. And Hitler went through Europe to the point that his ally, that was Japan, felt like because America was silent, that they could attack Pearl Harbor. I mean, there was World War II. Here now we have an individual that feels like he can do anything. He feels like he's God. And I want to say this. In a funny kind of way, I'm glad that he made that mistake to feel as if he's God. Because those of us that pray to God know that the God that we serve is a jealous God. And he's going to show him that he's not God. You heard what the Pope has said about what President Trump and the MAGA movement and his administration is doing to the immigrants. Because they want to create a white national Christian whatever it is. You see how everything is being exposed. You're seeing how the lies that they're saying and telling, the truth is coming out where everybody can see. We witnessing how they indicted a man where to the point the prosecutor said there's no reason to indict this man. This be the former FBI guy. There's no evidence. This is wrong what you're doing. To the point that they resigned, they would not do it. Yet he go and find someone, not a group, someone that would do it and put their name on the paperwork. So when it come back, it's gonna get hurt. They try to censor an individual to the point where even MAGA, alt-right, have to agree with the Democrats and the left to come together and say it was wrong for them to censor Jimmy Kimmel, to stop the freedom of speech. Even though you got one side that preaches hate in this country, he still got a freedom of speech, got a freedom of opinions. We don't have to kill one another because our opinion is against their opinion. So, I implore you, don't give up. There's power in prayer. And that he meant for bad, God gonna mean it for good. The mayor and the governor has filed a suit against what the president is doing by having the troops to come, and people are saying to invade Chicago or other Democratic states that has and cities that have Democratic mayors, especially African American mayors. Do not lose faith in God. Pray to him in the name of his son, Jesus. Asking God to forgive us for our sins and to continue to bless us with his mercy, grace, sustainability, and put a hedge of protection, his hedge of protection around us. It works. It works. Like I see the sister that said that they want to flip everything red. And she got a right to her opinion. And we got a right to ours. But we don't have to hate one another. God knows everything. Stay prayerful in him. Keep giving him the praise and the glory. And watch what happens. And I'm saying this to you. To God be the glory. Yes, this is my story. And I'm saying stay prayerful, stay prayerful, stay prayerful. So without that, I want to tell everybody else, get registered to vote. Don't give up hope. Kiss your babies. Because to see them young babies, African Americans, and the Hispanics that was in that community, or immigrants, they snatched all the children out, put the little plastic around their arms. They put the blacks in one U-Haul van and put the migrants in another U-Haul van. But I haven't seen them do it in no white community. Catholic charities have property where they have migrants in their property. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. See what wars they're in. They gassed the Chicago police. They tell the mayor and they tell the governor, use your law enforcement to help keep the protesters away and in line so that they don't interfere with what they got a right to do by law. If they got a warrant, Go get the criminal. And I'm telling everybody, do not get in the way if they're doing their duty. You saw what they locked up an alderman in a hospital because she was going to see what was happening to one of our constituents when they did no wrong. They locked up elected officials who was elected to serve and be concerned about the residents and the constituents in their community. And they're doing it because they're Democrats. Now they done made being a Democrat a terrorist organization. When it's them that's breaking all the laws. So can't nobody straighten this out but God. And if I ain't here tomorrow, I feel comfortable in my spirit knowing that God gonna set it right. And you too. So to God be the glory. That's my story. And I'm Reverend Dr. Wallace Bradley.